What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. So we got Kamala's Harris, whatever you want to call it. Kamala Harris responds to hecklers by staring down or staring at them at Detroit rally during campaign stop. So we got Kamala and Tim Waltz, her twinsy. They went to Metro Detroit at an undisclosed location, and people that had a special invitation was brought in by buses. And then on top of it, to conclude it, Metro Detroit or Michigan, I can't even say it. Michigan, Detroit wasn't having it. They wasn't going. So while she giving her little speech, and scrambling and scraping, trying to give her little speech about nothing, and they had their little cheerleader flyers since they saying they'll win the race and not knowing the outcome wasn't what she thought she was going to expect. Since they want to have their little flyers over there talking about when we vote, we win. Um, the Midwest, as we all know, is the key to success when it comes to achieving the ultimate goal to win election, and also from a politician perspective. Um, and as we all know, they're not gonna worry about Democratic identified states. For example, we talking about California, New York, Texas, because from a political standpoint, that campaign exposure isn't beneficial because they are already states that are identified. It's like an old grandpa whose hardcore stance is being a hardcore Democrat no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, it's heavily championed in the black culture and me being raised from a black family. Um, those states basically vote a certain way from a culturalistic standpoint, or we can consider them a blue state, right? Um, so on top of picking Tim Waltz, who is more liberal, um, she not trying to hear that Michigan and Detroit, they not going for it. They're not going for her bull crap. They're not going for her word solid. They're not falling for her word solid or nothingness. Trying to drown out, by the wayside, the protesters that was protesting. Um, so let's get into it.
As we move our nation forward, Donald Trump intends to take our nation backward. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda. Project 2025.
And she's speaking false because Project 2025 doesn't have no involvement with Donald Trump. So instead of speaking about what's viable, which is policy to inform the voter and stand on that, she's just reiterating foolishness. It's like someone that keep spreading propaganda and keep saying the same thing over. Oh, yesterday was tomorrow, and tomorrow's yesterday, and yesterday was tomorrow. And in the words of Judge Joe Brown, shout out to him. But what I'm trying to get to is, if you tell a lie long enough, if a liar tell a lie long enough, they'll believe it. And she believes her own lie from a delusional standpoint, as she's trying to ignore the protesters. But her real color is going to show as we continue.
And please do check out Project 2025, because I'm telling you,
Says the same thing over again.
it is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America's middle class.
You see how they try to drown the protesters out by when she says something and she's Project 25, Project 25. Oh, Kamala, Kamala. It doesn't matter. You're not, the protesters, you could still hear them. They still doing their thing. And they not going. They're not going for it in regards of standing up and just being naive and gullible to the simple fact that you could just tell them one word and be, oh, Project 25, Project 25. What are you doing to inform a voter that you're a strong candidate for the typical American citizen who has to embrace the aftermath of whatever foolish decisions you make. Look at your administration now and look at you being a vice president. Are you really going to make a big difference when you become a president? I don't think so.
Project 2025, if he is elected.
Look at her. She don't know what to do. Scrambling and scraping. I bet it is all good. You got no choice but to acknowledge it. You thought you was going to drown them out by the wayside. They didn't go nowhere. They standing on business. They standing on their stance. And at the end of the day, you got to give them the credibility for it because at the end of the day, you got to respect it. Don't disrespect, but you got to respect it. You feel me?
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. That's all you got to say.
I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. I am speaking now.
Who's she talking to? I think this chick she got it misconstrued here. We make you as the voter. We make you in a position that you are. At the end of the day, you are a public servant in regards of the position that you take. And the decisions that you make involving tax-paying citizens, which money you basically utilize. So I don't know if we're supposed to be like put in our place or like we children here or I don't understand where that came. Oh, I'm speaking now. Okay. You've been speaking nothing. You've been speaking basically nothingness. So like
I am speaking now. I am speaking now.
and then they cheer. That's what I mean. Trying to drown the protesters out. But at the end of the day, they're not going nowhere. So she said her one little word, and then get quiet. And then in silence, her true colors get exposed. She could do that at a daycare.
So Project 2025.
With a child.
Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Well, that's how she conduct herself under peer pressure. She just gives in. So if she had to negotiate, right? Just thinking of this, because I got some insight, So if I got some insight, just doing a little bit of research. So if she was to talk to Vladimir Putin, right? And our taxpaying dollars and so forth is being utilized amongst her decision, right? And this is the leader that you want to negotiate for the best interest of the American citizen, let alone represent the country. And then a lady that's going to be the chief of the military. You know what that means? There's going to be a lot of wars. There's going to be a lot of more damage being done as is already being done with the administration she's under with Biden as a vice president. Because I don't even know what she done as a vice president besides champion with celebs and open up the borders. Detroiters are not going for it. They value policy. She has said nothing. The borders, they care about their borders being closed. They care about utilizing funds to self-fund schools, not make it a political stance when it comes to giving funding to certain things. So it benefits from a sociological standpoint in regards of pushing an agenda, but actually self-funded schools and utilizing that money to fund universities and schools and not give it to individuals who aren't tax-paying citizens. I'm all for, and I'm sure Detroit is for legal immigrants, not illegal immigrants. And also, at the end of the day, they care about their freedom. Their freedom, self-funded schools, legal immigrants, not illegal immigrants taking jobs away from the American people, um, and bringing the money back to U.S. soil, not giving away money to thousands or millions and millions of dollars to other countries. You know what I'm saying? But actually bringing it back to the hard-earned American citizen, let alone to bring back that strongness of American stance that we need to bring back to this soil, the United States, man, because we looking soft right now. And if this is the way that our people are thinking about going, this ain't it. We going outside. We going outside, man. She ain't saying nothing. A bunch of nothing. And Detroiters care about their guns, protection. She has yet to talk about anything in regards to policy. Nothing. She the one that let the borders open. We care about actually inflation going down, paying less taxes. She not doing none of that. She just stand there and stare like she checking a little kid in daycare or something. Like nobody worry about it. Look, they not going. Detroiters ain't going for it. You can talk that foolishness to somebody else, but they ain't going. You tried it, but it ain't working. So you can stare all you want, but at the end of the day, they stand in their stance and they stand on business too. And at the end of the day, she looked pitiful. And this how you gonna have an elected official and this is the individual that you think is the way to go when under peer pressure and her true colors being exposed right now in regards of when she's questioned or when she stood up against in regards of those individuals, which are those protesters, actually standing for something viable and policy that they can inform her about, but she has no stance of argument or no stance of even mentioning anything viable about the policy to make any type of change or difference. To be honest, she don't have no seat at the table. She's not even worth acknowledging because what has she done to even show her worth to be even viable to be elected? She's just a waste of time. Just look good. Look at her website. All they say is donate. Where's the policy? I don't even think she know her policy. She froze. Look at it like she don't know what to do. She's scrambling and scraping. She don't have no words. Yep, and they still there. Look at her. She about to have a nervous breakdown. So she just froze and just smiled. Anyway, family, comment down below you guys' perspective, insight. You guys got my thoughts. I hope I poured some type of value, insight into you guys' lives and also gave you a different perspective from a political standpoint as this election is important and whoever is elected represents the American people. And at the end of the day, the same way you are a reflection, okay, for example, put it like this. The way you conduct yourself, you represent who you are, especially to people that don't know you, right? So just imagine a president. They are a reflection of the American people, and they stand for us. And at the end of the day, we vote for them in regards of the policy that they lobby that we actually agree with. Don't just vote in regards of identity politics. Vote for the simple fact that it makes sense and policy actually makes sense. This woman has said nothing. I just all she do is look like she just puts on a little prancy show. And I'm sure if they had this on SNL and to make a comedic skit out of it, that will have a ball. And on Jimmy Kimmel. But spread that peace, love, and positivity, family. Let the love supersede the hate. Get this video a big thumbs up. On that note, family, peace.